Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial you will learn how to cut and sew this trendy Asooke Bubu. This is a safe and well detailed explanatory tutorial and I believe you will learn a lot from this tutorial. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, this is the right time to do so. Apart from your Kampala, the next thing or the main thing you need for this style is your Asooke, and this is exactly what I'll be using for this style. Initially, I intended to just show you guys how to attach the Asooke to the gown, but unfortunately I felt that some people might not even know how to cut it. So this is a video on how I actually cut my gown. So what I have right here is the exact length I want to use for the gown with the M allowance. So let's assume here I have 64 inches. The gown length I'm working with is 58 inches, so I added extra inches for seam to fold the down part of the gown, and then I folded both the front and the back separately as seam and place it on each other, and this is what I have. So the first thing I did was to measure the actual gown length I'm working with, which I measured 58 inches. Please note that every measurement I will be mentioning here for this illustration is the actual measurement I use for the gown. So the next thing to do is to measure the shoulder slope, which I measured 1 inch on mine. So please, I just hope you people are actually getting everything and not getting confused. So that is for the shoulder slope, and I connected it to the center of the gown. And then on this side, which is the neck width, I measured 3.5 inches, and the neck depth I measured 2.5 inches. That is for the back. You would actually get exactly what happened here. So for the V-neck line, I measured 8 inches for the neck depth, which will be applied for the front of the gown only. The next thing I did was to take the arm measurements, which I measured 14 inches on the side of the gown, as you can see. So I measured it inside here as well, just so I'll be able to connect the line easily. So for the gown width, I measured 15 inches. The 15 inches, when you open it up, which means the width of the gown in the front is 30 inches and at the back is 30 inches as well. So I connected the measurements and I ensured to make a curve. So I placed the tape on the point 58 inches and measured 10 inches upwards. So the 10 inches I measured is the slit allowance. So the slit is 10 inches long. And then I cut out the measurements. So the first measurement I cut out is the 2.5 inches. Then I removed the back of the gown. And then I cut out the V-neck line for the front of the gown only. So this is what we have. So the next thing I did was to fold the gown at the point 58 inches and the point 10 inches to notch each point, so that it will be very easy for me when I'm sewing. And that is how I cut my gown. So this is the gown. I've already fixed bias tape on the neckline for both the front and the back. So the next thing I did was to open up. What I have in my hand is the pocket bag. So this is the Asooke strands I'll be using. I have 2 strands here, and each strand measures 46 inches to 45 inches. This is normally how the Asooke used to come. So ensure to iron out the center of your gown neatly. And place the Asooke just like I did here. ensure it aligns with the neckline, while on the side where I place my tip, ensure you have the Asooke 1 inches up above the actual shoulder slope on the gown to avoid any form of mistake. So here I measured 0.25 away from the center of the gown and rule it out. So that is where I'll be cutting when I want to, after I make the seam that will be holding this Asooke in place, which the seam will be at the center of this gown. You will get to see exactly what I explained here. So I used office pin to hold the Asooke in place. Remember, I have 2 Asooke here, 2 strands, and then I went to make the stitch. So this is how to make any neckline that has this type of style. Most times people used to use lace border or just all those lace trimmings or lace trimmings and applique that normally come like this. When you want to put it on your gown neckline, this is exactly how you are going to do it. There is nothing add in this thing, and that is why I said you should ensure to watch this video till the end, because there is a lot to learn. So I've made the stitch and this is what I have, as you can see. So the line I wrote is what I'll be cutting out. So ensure to use a matching thread. This is what the back looks like. Ensure to use a matching thread when making yours as well, just like I did here, so that your work will be very neat and beautiful. You can see how the Asooke aligns with the neckline. No matter what, make sure that your Kampala is not showing under the Asooke. It should be under no matter what. The Asooke should be well covered and form the V shape on the neckline. You will get to understand this when I start sewing. So I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to explain here. So at this point where my hand is, I just cut out the extra M allowance that is showing, which I really don't want it to show. I want to have a very pointed V shape or a pointed V end at that point, and that is what I just cut out. So the next thing to do now is to make a stitch from this point to this point, and from this point as well to the other point. So before I make the stitches, I ensure to measure 20 inches from the shoulder line to this point, and I did the same thing on the other side. This is the measurement for the front pocket. So the space between the 2 pockets is 12 inches. So this is the pocket bag. Each of the pocket bag is already stitched, but then the length of the pocket bag is 11 inches rather. I have 10 inches here because I've already stitched the tip of the pocket bag off camera. So this is what we have, and this is what we'll be having. I'll get to show you how I fix the pocket bag as we proceed in the tutorial. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel or like this video, this is the right time to do so. And do remember to leave a comment. So the remaining pieces I have from the Asooke I used for the neckline, I'll be using it for the pocket bag and I'll be showing you exactly how I did it right here. There is no much technique for this one. I just prefer mine to have this shape, and that is why I am giving it this shape. So I've cut out the Asooke for each of the pockets. On the side we have 3.5 inches, the center is 4.5 inches, and this is what we have for each pocket. So to sew the gown, you can see this is where I cut out the other time. I'll be making the stitch all around to hold the Asooke in place with the Kampala, just like I've explained earlier. There's a particular thing you would learn here, and I hope you continue. You are watching this video till this moment. So this is what I actually explained earlier. The Asooke should be the one to cover up everything, and that is exactly what I've done here. So this is what we have. So on this side, I just made another stitch to hold the Kampala in place, and that is why I said you should ensure to use a matching thread when making yours, so that the thread will easily blend completely with the Asooke. So on the shoulder here, I ensured to secure the Asooke and will cut out the excess. So the front of gown is ready, and the next thing to do now is to fix the pocket bag. But before then, I will be sewing the Asooke on the pocket bag, and that is what I'll be showing you right now. All I did was to place the Asooke on the right side of the gown, as you can see, and the next thing I did was to fold the down parts as seen. So if you are using an Asooke that has front wrong side and right side, you ensure to place the wrong side of the Asooke on the right side of the Kampala you are working with. So this is what we have, and this pocket bag is ready. All I need to do now is to place it on the front of the gown, and we are good to go. So I'll be placing it right at the point 12 inches as seen, while I'll fold it in and sew it all the way down straight. The reason why I did not bother to enter all the measurements is because the fabric is actually designed with straight distance, so I can easily just get the straight line without having to draw everything on it. And that is why you see that I only measure the space between the pockets, and that will be a guide for me. So when you are making yours, if you are a beginner, do ensure to put out the measurements so that your work will be very neat. Remember to like this video and leave a comment. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, this is the right time to do so. And do remember to check back every Saturday for new tutorial. If you want to learn more from us, we have an online modest fashion school where we teach you how to make your modest wears. The link to subscribe or to register for our classes is in the description box. So the next thing I did was to join the shoulders. I'll be using one of the materials I cut out from the side of the gown, which is 7 inches wide. Remember, the armhole width is 14 inches on fold, and this is what I have. I ensured to do a very beautiful top stitch after fixing it. And then I joined the sides of the gown, hemmed the down parts, and ensure to do the needful on every side. And this is what we have. This is our beautiful Asooke Bubu. I believe you have learned a lot from this tutorial, and this is the right time to hit the subscribe button again if you are yet to subscribe. And do remember to check out our courses, the courses we have in our online class. I believe you will be convinced and encouraged to register for one or two. See you in class and see you in our next video.